Hey guys, it's Jedi Lex, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the 6th episode of the new Star Wars series, Skeleton Crew, and I know that I didn't react last week to episode 5. I ended up going home to spend the holidays with my family, and while I was home, I did actually watch the episode, and honestly, I gotta say, I loved it. I thought it was such a great episode, filled with some really cool things. So essentially, they go to Skull Ridge Mountain, which has now turned into a very luxurious spa, to find SM-33's old captain's lair, or vault, or treasury, however you want to look at it. And inside, they find some really cool things, including a lightsaber that Wim attempts to use and fails, as well as the coordinates to At-Aten, which was absolutely huge. However, while they're in this lair and after they discover the coordinates, Jod challenges Fern to a duel and ends up abandoning the kids, which I guess could be shocking to some, but I think a lot of us suspected that that was going to happen, and hopefully he'll have a change of heart in one of these last few episodes, but I guess we're going to just have to wait and see. However, I really liked last week's episode, and I think it left us on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm super excited to watch this new episode. So let's jump right into it.
Is she gonna be okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry, KB. You're gonna be fine.
I wonder if this episode we're finally going to learn a little bit more about her cybernetic implant and maybe why her parents were so concerned that her life monitor kind of disconnected or that they didn't have access to it anymore.
Wait, that's just a taste. I'm in line for something even bigger. I'll cut you in. 33! Attack! I'm 33.
Well, that didn't go so well.
Retreat! Back to the ships! Bring the boy!
X-Wings?
But John said X-Wings were bad. No, they're the good guys.
I'm glad they finally realized those are the good guys.
It's too bad, because I have the coordinates home and everything. So it's in your brain? Perfect. So now we just need to climb back to our ship. Still there, see?
I knew KB would remember the coordinates. Perfect. I think that this is finally going to be the episode where she kind of gets the spotlight that she hasn't gotten so far, that I think a lot of us have really been looking forward to.
Let's go, Neil.
Yeah, probably groups of two makes the most sense. We'll pick you guys up once we get to the ship.
Well, okay, but we'll already be at the ship waiting for you.
Splitting up is never a good idea, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But how the turntables have turned. Wim is standing up to Fern, and so is KB.
What if there were a place where you didn't have to divvy up your take? Because your take never ran out. Imagine that. Just imagine.
He's going to give up the coordinates to At-Aten.
Soared away, aboard the Onyx Cinder, and never was he seen again. What's the last line?
For At-Aten he did plunder.
For At-Aten he did plunder.
Did you come with me because you actually believe in the trash crabs? Or just because you're mad at Fern? Tell the truth.
Probably a little bit of both.
I'm sorry, but not everyone can do things the same way you can.
Fern is going to learn a valuable lesson.
What? Probably thought it would be more exciting to save someone's life. Anyway, thanks, Jedi.
Thanks, Jedi. That was pretty freaking cool. So there you guys have it. That was my reaction to episode 6 of the new Star Wars series, Skeleton Crew. And again, I thought that was another really great episode that was focused on the kids. And I think they really learned some valuable lessons that I hope they're going to use going forward in these last few episodes. But starting with Fern, she is our fearless, ruthless leader who's kind of had the mentality so far that it's either her way or the highway. And I think in this episode, she realized that her way isn't always the correct way and that there are other ways to do things. So I'm hoping going forward, she's going to listen and talk with her friends, and they'll come up with plans together that are suitable for all of them and not just Fern. Then there's KB, which I think she finally got the spotlight that she deserved in this episode, and it was really cool to see her open up and be vulnerable about how different she is. And that is quite okay, and I think that that's what makes her special. But I think her finally standing up to Fern and being like, hey, I'm different, I can't do all the things that you do, but she can do things that Fern can't do. So I thought that that was really cool that KB finally got the spotlight she deserved. And she even kind of had a little nod to Wim, because Wim helped save her and reboot her. And she even was like, thank you, Jedi. So I think Wim, in his own way, got his spotlight and was able to help KB. So I thought that that was huge for both of them. Then there's Jod, who has been super predictable. Not predictable in a bad way, but just predictable, because I think a lot of us figured that as soon as he got the coordinates to At-Aten, he was going to ditch the kids, which is exactly what he did. But now he's found himself in a bit of a pickle, and I think he's going to use the only information that he has to get himself out of this situation, which is the coordinates to At-Aten. So unfortunately, I think that that means that Jod and Brutus and the pirate gang are heading to At-Aten, but at the same time, the kids are also now heading to At-Aten because KB was able to remember the coordinates. So I think they're both going to At-Aten, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, or who gets there first, or if they get there at the same time, what's going to happen. But I'm going to put a pin in that real quick, because that whole scene where the hull kind of is destroyed and then the other ship pulls out from underneath it was so sick. Like, I thought that that was so cool, and I think that was probably one of the highlights of this episode. But going back to my original thought, is that they're both going to arrive at At-Aten, and it's going to be interesting to see who gets there first, or if they get there at the same time, and what that's going to mean going forward in these last few episodes. But I thought that this was another phenomenal episode that I really enjoyed. But let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. Did you enjoy this episode? Are you looking forward to what's to come? Let me know down in the comments. I am always interested in hearing from you guys. But I think that pretty much does it for today's video. So as always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. I'll see you next time. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, as well as subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, or even click to watch one of my other videos, and may the Force be with you.